Before this video starts, guys, I need to tell you that there will be timestamps on screen now and timestamps in the description for each one of the characters, showing you how to unlock them, just in case you don't need all 3 characters. Enjoy the video, guys. Hello guys, Razor here, back with another video. Today I will be helping you guys all unlock the 3, yes, all 3 hidden characters within the Tortured Path in one video. If this video does help in any way, make sure to subscribe and drop a like on the video for more Call of Duty Zombies tutorials, guides and challenges. And without further ado guys, let's get straight into the first set of challenges for Chapter 1, Into the Storm. So guys, the first challenge in the set of 5 for the Storm Chaser, also called the Cavalier, is called Untapped Potential, escaped without using questionable energies. And the hint is grounded. So what you've got to do guys for this one is you've got to escape the map without using any supply drops. It's easy guys. You've got to have your team with 1 person running front line, 1 person running shell shock. The people who are running shell shock need to run protector so that everybody constantly has full shield. You need to run hearts, you need to run insta kills, and you need to run max ammos for the jacks. I recommend you keep spinning for jacks up until the low rounds so that all of you guys can get jacks. So just in case you get in a sticky situation and you feel like you're going to go down, you can use your jacks then. So the person using front line should have on determination, they should have on vicious, and they should also have on team effort. Team effort gives the whole team a 3 times damage buff. So it's really useful when you're on round 3 and maybe you get the Moishlers, or maybe you get the Gecko zombies, or maybe you get the bombers. It's really useful if that one person pops that, other people have jacks and maybe they're shell shocks, because then you are doing triple the amount of damage. So even if you don't have a good gun, you're still going to be fine. And the same then when you get to the second objective wave and the third objective wave and the boss fight. One person pops their front line, so another person shell shocks, or if there's nobody with shell shock, either use a heart or you throw your jacks guys. And let's get on to the next challenge. So the second challenge guys is called Untapped Potential, and it says escape without using blitz. So basically guys, this is a no perk escape the map, so no Easter egg again. But I would recommend with this, you guys are doing it in a 4-player game, so then you can utilize the public lobby functionality of the Tortured Path, and you can get your bureau ranking damage bonus. What that means is however long you've played the game, you're going to get a damage bonus, and you're going to get your engineered parts, which also give damage bonuses. But they only work in public lobbies. So I would say, do this in a public lobby. Do the same setup as last time, hearts, insta-kills, maxis. And then you use 3 people with shell shock, 1 with frontline. You can also, if you want to, have 1 person running free fire instead of 3 shell shocks. But pretty much guys, same setup as last time. Let's get on to the third challenge. The third challenge guys is called Painful Silence. Keep hazardous supplies safe and your location unknown. And the hint for this one is Silent Protector. So what you've got to do guys for this is you've got to do a battery defense step without shooting a single bullet. You can't melee or you can't grenade. You can use Jack in the Box and use special. So I would recommend guys for this, everybody comes in with frontline. Every single person. And battery defense will not spawn on co-op until 6. So everybody goes 1 to 5, building up points. Making sure that we use our front lines to get a shield if you're running out, and making sure that everybody's constantly on a full frontline meter ready for 6. And then make sure we spin for jacks so that when we get to 6 it's not going to be so much of a struggle. So hopefully guys, if you get to 6 and you get battery defense, then each person in a row pop their front line one after another, and then the remaining time is taken up by throwing jacks or popping a heart or using max ammos. I would recommend for this hearts and max ammos, so you can either refill your front line or you can use maxis for your jacks. If you're going to do this solo, you could get it on 3. It is very rare, but you can get it on 3. So if I were you, I'd do 1 and 2, point building maximum. Maybe even use a double points consumable and either a heart or a maxi for your other consumable. Point build and spin for jacks. If you get jacks, great. So make sure you've got a full front line, and then when 6 starts, you only need to defend it for a lower amount of time than you do if you're in co-op, because it scales. So by the time you draw all the zombies away with a double front line, the zombies are going to be so far away that by the time they get back, the challenge will be completed either way. So without further ado guys, let's get on to the 4th out of 5th challenge to unlock the Storm Chaser or the Cavalier character. So the 4th challenge is called Unassisted. Recovered a relic with no helping hand, and the hint is no charity. All this is recovering the hilt of Barbarossa in the map without grabbing supply drops. So the only single thing we need to run, guys, is I would say either 2 people running front line with determination and vicious and team effort, and then 2 people with protector, sustain zone and exploit weakness. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the Easts. When you're doing the escorts, obviously you're going to use your front line to keep the zombies away from the zombie that's obviously got limited health. You can use your front lines for that and your shell shocks. You also need to be spinning for jacks, and you need to make sure you've got your max ammo consumables, your heart consumables, your insta-kill consumables, because max ammo is going to be very, very, very important in this, because you're going to have no ammo at all. Hearts are also going to be important because you're not going to have any shield until you use your specials. So we need to use the hearts, we need to have high charges of hearts so that we can all retain a good stable amount of shield. And then all you've got to do is complete the Easter egg, escort the zombie without using supply drops, and that's it. This challenge done, guys. I would definitely recommend this as a 4-player challenge. So the last challenge, guys, is called Bubble Burster, and it says handle the Racketon Brenner with minimal backup, and the hint is called resource efficient. This is your last challenge, guys, but it's definitely one of the easiest. All you need to do is progress through the map, make sure everybody has got dual wield akimbo 9mm saps, and you've got at least 1 person running front line with vicious and team effort. You can have at least 2 people running shell shock with protector, sustain zone and exploit weakness. So what you've got to do when you get to the boss, make sure he stays in the circle by throwing a jack, so you're going to need to spin for jacks or just train him in the middle. And then all you've got to do then is, as soon as that air strike hits, somebody's got to pop their front line, somebody's got to pop their shell shock, pop them all at the same time. Everybody lay into the guy with a 9mm saps pack-a-punched in akimbo form, because you do a higher DPS if they're akimbo, because you're shooting 2 guns at once. If you do have to go to the next air defense, then don't worry, you've got a minute to kill him. So make sure you've got somebody else with front line, make sure you've got somebody else with shell shock, or if not, pop a heart, and do the exact same as I said. 9mm saps, akimbo, everybody pack-a-punched, laying into him. And if you've done all of these, guys, well done. You have unlocked the Cavalier in Call of Duty World War II, The Tortured Path, also known as the Storm Chaser. So let's get on to the next character, which is called Crew Captain or Lady Death. So the first challenge for Lady Death or the Crew Captain, guys, is called The Power Within. And it's captain the ship without a crutch. And the riddle is sea rations. So how we get this, guys, is we need to escape the map without using any blitz, which means a no perk map completion. Not Easter egg, just map completion. So this is pretty easy, guys. I would say if you've got a full team of 4, run through the first map in a public match so you can get your damage boost, like I mentioned earlier, from your bureau ranking in Chapter 2. So for this, 1 person at least needs to run front line, at least 2 people run shell shock, with sustain zone, exploit weakness and protector, and then you've got your 1 person running front line using determination, vicious and team effort, and then maybe 1 with free fire and Mark 2. So you just need to bring in hearts, maxis and insta kills. Insta kills are really, really useful, guys, if you've got really hard special rounds, or if your gun just isn't doing enough damage because you haven't got perks. So make sure you keep on top of your shield, you keep on top of your ammo, and you use jacks. Make sure you're spinning for jacks, because jacks are going to be the lifesaver. If you're not doing enough damage and you don't have the facilities to pop a heart, or nobody has any type of special left, then they are going to be what saves you, guys. That's pretty much all I can say. Just take it slow, get your way through, and you should be fine. Just go through the map, just play the map as normal, just be a little more cautious. Let's get on to the next challenge. Second challenge is called Boat Safety, And the unlock text is captain the ship without proper precaution, with the riddle being life jacket. So what this is, guys, is escape without any supply drops. So if you didn't need the Cavalier character and you didn't hear what I had to say about supply drops, then listen up. Pretty much what we've got to do is we've got to have one person with frontline running determination, vicious and team effort with a 9mm saps akimbo. And then you need 2 people or 3 people running shell shock with protector, sustain zone and exploit weakness. And then you also need, maybe if you want to, 1 person running free fire instead of the extra shell shock. But I would say, guys, you should have 1 front line and 3 shell shocks, and make sure you're bringing in hearts. They're the main thing you need to be bringing in. Make sure you're bringing in max ammos, because your heart will refill your meters, which will mean everybody is able to keep up with constant supply of shields. So that means you shouldn't be going down, because the one thing that you're going to need is shield. You're also going to need maxis, because you're not going to get any maxis from the supply drops, so make sure you keep on top of those max ammos, guys. Let's get on to the next challenge. Third challenge, guys, for Lady Death is secure the package, which is delivered fragile goods. And the tip for this, guys, is experience protector. So what you've got to do for this, guys, is you've got to go into the darkened path mode and do a battery defense. You can shoot your gun, so you don't need to worry about not shooting your gun, but you need to pick up the red skull to go into darkened path mode, which means someone in your game needs to be of the max bureau ranking. So you need to be playing, guys, and making sure you get into max bureau ranking, so then you can do this challenge. So what I recommend for this, guys, as per usual, frontline with vicious, determination and team effort. This is going to help because if someone's about to go down, you can pop your front line and save them. And for the battery defense, it's going to save a lot of ammo because you can use your jacks, which you should be spinning for, heart consumables and maxis to make sure that the zombies never touch the battery. At the time of recording right now, there is a glitch to do with this, where as long as you protect the battery for over 1 minute and let the battery explode, sometimes you're going to actually be granted the challenge. So if I were you guys, I wouldn't worry about doing that glitch. I just try and protect it, but it's good to know that if you do maybe fail, you might actually be given it via a glitch. So yeah, guys, frontline, maxis, hearts, insta-kills, because the zombies are harder in darkened path mode. Let's get on to the 4th out of 5th challenge for Lady Death. 4th challenge, guys, for Lady Death is well travelled. Recovered a relic with the tools at hand. And the riddle is pack light. So what you've got to do for this, guys, is you've got to recover your pommel with no supply drops. So the only thing that's going to be limiting you from this, guys, is the lack of shield, which is probably going to make you go down a lot. So what I advise for that is hearts for your specials and max ammos so that you can keep throwing jacks if you're in a sticky situation. But I suggest 3 people with shell shock with protector, sustain zone and exploit weakness so that everybody keeps shield, and front line with determination, vicious and team effort. So the determination can give you shield, which means you're going to be, again, up on shield, because that's the thing you're going to be lacking. And the max ammo is going to be really useful because obviously you're not going to get any from supply drops. It's going to be really, really important to keep your jacks and your ammo up. I am suggesting 3 shell shocks on 1 front line, only because you can take the boss out really, really quick if one person pops their shell shock, the other person pops their front line, the boss is dead within 25 seconds. So let's get on to the final challenge, guys, for Lady Death. So the last challenge, guys, is called Overboard. Swiftly deny the Stad Jaeger from your voyage. Permission to come aboard. So what this is, guys, is you've got to spawn into the map and you've got to complete the whole map, including killing the Stad Jaeger in 15 minutes. Which is really, really difficult, I think, anyway. I recommend this being a solo challenge. If you want to do it 4 players, then do it 4 players, but I highly recommend doing this as a solo challenge. You need to bring in hearts for your specials and max ammos. And what I actually did, guys, which is a really, really smart decision, is you use your quick revives when you have no ammo left to try and finish the round with the bacon and eggs when you were down. You need to make sure you've got frontline on with determination, and you can run whatever you want with that, because you don't need team effort this time, because obviously you're going to be doing it solo. You need to obviously make sure you're going to be grabbing jacks, because that's going to allow you to kill rustlings better, because you're going to be able to shoot their weak spot on their spine. So yeah guys, just keep in mind about using the quick revives to get the bacon and eggs ammo to hopefully finish the round. You just need to be firing through, killing the Stadjäger as soon as possible by using your front line and jacks to keep the zombies off you. So guys, if you have done all of these challenges, congratulations all. You have now got the Lady Death character, which is really cool, also called the Crew Captain. Let's get on to the Chapter 3 character, Archaeological Dig, or Iron Tiger. The first challenge for Iron Tiger, guys, is called No Handouts. The unlocked text is escaped without resupply, and the riddle is called None for me thanks. So what you've got to do for this, guys, is you've got to escape without picking up supply drops. So all I'm going to say for this is use Shell Shock, use Frontline. Shell Shock with Protector and Sustain Zone and Exploit Weakness, and Frontline with Determination, Vicious and Team Effort. The front line will allow you to be able to kill the Moishlers if you get them really quickly, and just in general give you a bit of a smoother time. You're going to be needed to bring in Maxis and Hearts. The Hearts to keep the specials up so that you guys can keep getting shield, because you're not going to be able to get shield. And the Maxis for number 1 your ammo or your jacks, which you should be spinning for in pretty much every single one of these challenges, guys. So let's get on to the next one. Challenge number 2 for the Iron Tiger or Archaeological Dig is Careful Researcher. The unlocked text is returned from an Archaeological Dig without scrape. The riddle is Precautionary Explorer. And what you've got to do to get this, guys, is escape the map without going down. This is really easy. All you've got to do is use jacks, one person with Shell Shock, one with Frontline. The person with Shell Shock needs to have Sustain Zone, Exploit Weakness and Protector, and the person with Frontline needs to have Determination, Vicious and Team Effort. The other two can do whatever they want. Pretty much, guys, all you've got to do for this is you've got to spin for jacks, make sure you keep Maxis and Hearts on you as usual, so that you can keep up your specials just in case you need to use them if you get in a sticky situation, and the max ammos for your jacks, again as a precautionary method. So I recommend for every single one of these challenges, even the no handouts challenge that I just mentioned, do all of them with a Kimbo 9mm SAPS, because you've got higher DPS and may save you from something. Challenge number 2 for you is called Equipment Menace. The unlocked text is Protected Critical Equipment with Clever Thinking. The riddle is Tactical Protector. And what you've got to do for this is defend and a defense objective. But there's been a lot of confusion around the community. You only need to keep the battery above 85%. It does not need to be 100%, because my team, when they did the 100%, actually, ours got hit 2 or 3 times and it was still completely fine, guys. So it's got to be over 85, maybe over 90, but it definitely does not need to be 100% health. You cannot shoot a gun like the first chapters, but you can use your jacks and you can use your specials. So everybody needs to be coming in with Frontline, with Determination, Team Effort and Vicious. We need to be bringing in Hearts, which is the vital essential thing, and then you've got Maxis just in case you don't have enough Hearts, so you can use your jacks. So you need to be spinning your jacks, one person pop a special at each time, cycle between everybody and then pop a heart. You should be completely fine, guys. You shouldn't have a hit on the defense objective for the battery. If I were you, I'd go to 6. So if you don't get it on 6, I would restart and go back to 6. I don't think there's any point in going to 9. I think going to 9 is too much of a waste of time. So I think the best method for you and your crew is to go 3, 6, quit, restart. Until you get that objective, don't shoot your guns, use your specials, use your jacks, and that's that challenge done. Let's get on to the next challenge for Iron Tiger or Archaeological Dig. Well done, dudes, you're doing really well so far. This is the 4th out of 5th challenge, which is called Assembler. The unlocked text is Repair the Sword with Attention Undivided, and the riddle is Focused Craftsman. And what you have to do for this one is repair the Sword of Barbarossa without picking up supply drops. So, as I've said for the other different supply drop challenges, guys, all you've got to do is 3 people run Protector, 1 person run Frontline, the person with Frontline runs Determination, at least Team Effort and Vicious, and then the people with the Shell Shock, have Protector, Sustain Zone, and Exploit Weakness. Make sure you're bringing plenty of hearts so that you can keep on top of your shields by using your specials, because you're not going to be able to, because you're not going to be using supply drops. If I were you, I would do the escape without using supply drops and this one at the same time, so that you don't have to waste consumables. So as long as you've got Jack in the Boxes, you've got maxes for the Jack in the Boxes, and you've got your hearts for your special meters to keep up on top of your shield, you should be completely fine, guys. Like I've said earlier, all of these challenges should be done with the Akimbo 9mm saps, because they're the best one to use. For the boss, you literally need to use your front line with your triple damage and your team effort, and then you need to bring the boss down. He needs to be shell shocked with exploit weakness, and then lay into him, guys. If you've all got the Akimbo 9mm saps, and maybe 1 or 2 people with lucky crit, then the boss is literally going to KO, and he's not going to even be able to go to the middle to regen health. He's going to die before he gets there. But if not, guys, person shell shocks the middle, that's that done. Let's get on to the final challenge of this entire video. If you are still here, guys, or if you're listening to me now, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe. Let's get on to the last and probably one of the most difficult challenges of this whole video, guys. This last challenge is called Fast Hands. The unlock text is repaired the sword on the clock, and the riddle is blacksmith. So what you have to do for this, dudes, is you've got to repair the sword of Barbarossa within 20 minutes. Reddit says 11 minutes, but my team did it in 14 minutes and 48 seconds. Therefore, we know definitely as long as you have under 15, you should be fine. So aim for 15, guys, and let me know in the comments. You're going to need to brute force your way through the codes on the door. There is a really awesome guide on Reddit which has 27 codes at the moment, which BBAT put together. I'll put the link of it in the description down below. It's got all 27 rune codes. So all you need to be doing is flying through the rounds, killing, leave a zombie at the end of each round, and start brute forcing the door until you get the right code. If you don't get the first code within the first 5 minutes, don't worry, restart. It's the best thing to do, otherwise you're just wasting your consumables and wasting your time. You need to be pretty lucky with the codes, guys, which is a bit unfortunate, but brute forcing is definitely quicker than going around the map and looking for these codes. So you need to be flipping rounds as soon as you get in the code. Everybody needs to be on point when using flares. People need to be protecting people when they throw in flares. Obviously, you need to be fairly competent when it comes to this Easter egg. People need to be protecting, as I've said, when you're shooting flares, and I've said earlier, 3 using shell shock with the same mods and 1 using frontline with the same mods, and everybody using the 9mm saps and spinning for jacks. You need to make sure you've got plenty of hearts and insta kills for the plate step, so that you guys can all stay protected on that, and make sure that nobody goes down or ends the round, because if you go down or leave the plates, the kill counter resets. So as long as you've got insta kills, max ammos and hearts, you should be fine on this, guys. You should literally fly through it. Make sure you're popping insta kills and you're using your jacks to keep you guys safe on those pads. And that is it, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, then make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more future content. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.